Hello, everyone. I hope your guys are doing really, really well. I am just laughing because, okay, sorry, guys. It was, so this happened. So as soon, let me go back. At 5:59, I'm like, oh, okay, it's time. And I was doing something completely different. And I'm like, I start the music and I start talking and I go and say, "Hey, I have to go close the door because it was not closed." And guess what? I did not turn it on, so the camera it was not really recording. And so that like I talked for like 50 seconds, telling you all these things, and so here I am. Anyways, so that happened. Hopefully, that's like the worst disaster that's gonna happen today. I'm so sorry about that, guys. Hi, Adrian. Hi, Kiwi. Kiwi, how are you doing? I hope you're feeling better. Hi, Carrie and Elizabeth and Rochelle. How are you guys doing tonight? I did receive my mini catalog today. I was very excited. I don't know. It's just interesting, guys. I don't even if, and I have to say this, I love paper and I really like the catalog, having like the catalog. For whatever reason, I do a whole lot better, like in the website once the stuff is uploaded in the online store. I don't know if that makes sense, guys. Oh, hi, Louise. How are you? So um, yeah, I don't know. Carrie, you will not receive it until the beginning of September or the end of this month. I forget. You will receive it, but you will receive it later because right now it's only demonstrators. So, anyways, yeah, once it's uploaded in the website, like in the store, I have a it's like easier for me to see it for whatever reason. I don't know. No, for whatever reason, no. Actually, because you can expand it, make it bigger, here glasses, and also the way they put the paper, especially with the paper, you have a lot more. You're able to see a whole lot more. So, anyways, I was just saying that. So I wanted to show you something, two things. So remember that yesterday we were talking about, and let me go back to the crafting table, guys. Um, th- oh my God! So Kiwi, happy birthday to your son. So remember that yesterday we were talking about. I wanted to create some recipe Christmas mini albums kind of setting. Um, hey Sus, how are you? And I was like, okay, I started defining in my brain because that's me, right? Like, my brain needs to be thinking something, even if it's not what's important. So there's that. And so I came up with this, guys. So I made it I did it on Canvas. So this would be like the recipe card, and it's separated, and I want it separated in case you make a mistake. That just means I always make mistakes, right? I always just make mistakes. But isn't this super cute? Hey, Nancy, how are you? I was thinking of you today. I was like, I haven't heard of Nancy. How are you doing, Miss Nancy? I hope everything is okay. um and again, anyways, what do you guys think? Isn't this cool? Anyway, so I printed it, and again, I did it on Canvas. So this is going to be in my recipe book that I'm going to be giving away. So I'll just print a few of these for them, to put in different pages. And I am super excited. I am going to be using our regular mini albums, or the albums that we sell, because I like the idea of. So I guess this is what I'm going to say. I want it to be a real album, right? Like, let me rephrase this: a real book in the sense of I want it to be something that they can use all the time. And so I decided I'm going to go with the albums here that Stampin' Up! Has. And although they don't sell these are from Simple Stories. And these fit really well in the album. So this is the other thing um, that I did yesterday. So again, nothing to do. So I I had seen, and I think it was in a Facebook group, but I can't recall if it was somebody showing how they store the their paper pumpkin kit stuff, and they use the mini album. So this is Stampin' Up's mini album. I did it wrong, guys. I started yesterday before I opened before I made the video with the before, I guess, before I went live. And so I was not paying attention and I did it wrong. You see that? But that's fine. It's all fine, right? Not a big deal. It works. But I do want to show you this. So I had gotten here. So I had gotten these. These are just Chipolios from these folders from Amazon, and it did not fit well in the mini album. But these, okay, you can't see there. Let me bring this up here. There you go. So I had to like actually use my alligator thingy to expand that a little bit, so it did fit. But this one I found again. You guys are not gonna believe it. I found it in Amazon. This one fits perfectly well, so I ordered a few of these, so I can actually work with that in my mini albums. Luis is asking, Luis, I am actually paying for Canvas right now. But I think that you would be able to use it because none of the stuff I did was the premium stuff. So I think you will be able to do that. Now, if you guys are interested, I can send it to you. I mean, I can send you the two PNGs that I made, and you guys are, welcome to use it. So just, this is totally Christmassy, but let me know if you want it. Just send me an email, guys. Okay, so I just wanted to show you how cool this looks to save your paper pumpkin kit stuff. And isn't this cute? So super excited. Again, I did it backwards. It's all good. And I did not have to do this, but I was feeling a little decorative, and I remembered this beautiful paper and I wanted to work on it. And so here we are. Kiwi, I hope she says that she's feeling better. I hope you feel better altogether soon. So I just wanted to show you these two things. What I think it was in Facebook, but I can't remember. This is a great option if you have, a lot of paper pumpkin kits and you have leftovers. This is a good way to put it. I like it because it's all very organized. And so, yeah. I really like it. Anyways, so I'm gonna put that there. Again, if you want it, let me know. Send me an email, guys, and I will totally send that to you guys. Hey, Anita, how are you? So my thought process was, I probably am going to decorate that and show it to you guys here, so you can see the mini album, or I guess the recipe book once it's finished. And so you have a clue. Carrie is asking what size is that, and I am not sure what that is. Carrie, can you specify? Do you mean like the album? The album takes 6x8 cards. I mean folders or pockets, and it's the one that we sell in Stampin' Up. If it's the folders, they are also technically speaking 6x8. And so if that's what you're asking, let me know, please. Of course, Kiwi is saying that she's making her card for her son's birthday tonight. Hi, Carla. Welcome. Okay, okay. Well, I just show you those two things, guys. Again, send me an email if you want those recipe cards. I just made it in Canvas. So it's super easy. But send me an email. They are totally Christmassy. I can probably figure out. Oh, so let me do this. Carrie's saying that the envelopes. Let me you guys figure it out. Let me go to Amazon real quick and I'll tell you exactly what they are so you can have them if you want them. Wait. Okay. So give me 2 seconds, guys. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay, so I am. So sorry. I just sent. That's the link, and it says 6x8, Carrie. So super useful, and they really fit well um our mini albums. So I love them. I am actually super excited about that. Okay. So what I think is that if I have time later today, I will create a couple with just like Mexican themes and, you know, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I'll make something different and just send me an email and I'll share those. I mean, it's super easy once you have like a template. It's super easy to work with them. So just send me an email. Okay, okay. Whew. Sorry, guys. Lots of announcements. Don't forget 50% off paper, and don't forget to redeem your coupons. Oh, Sus, I don't know, but it's the regular Stampin' Up one. So give me 2 seconds, and I'll get there in a jiff. Choo choo. Maybe. So it says it says basic black 6x8 Sus. So it's got to be bigger than that. So probably your measurements are the right ones, but it just says basic black 6x8 album. So that's the one. And I do like the half pockets. So my thought process is because some of these are going to go to, like my sister-in-law and her sister, which I kind of consider my sister-in-law too. And then we are going to I'm gonna put areas there for those that for the pockets, like like we talked yesterday with all those memory packs and whatever. And so I think that's gonna look super cute, so they can actually take pictures of when they are cooking with their kids and then add it in there. So I don't know. I think the end result is going to be super cute, and I can't wait to work on 5 of them, guys. I need to make 5 of them. There's that. Okay, today's card. I want to. Okay, I'm there. So today's card is. I am not sure how it's called. I think it's called. Let me look in here. Sorry, guys. Oh goodness. Like bendy tower. So a bendy tower slash double bendy slash. I don't know. And I'm going to start with this. So I've seen this card 100,000 times, guys. It's nothing new by any means. Most likely you've probably all seen it in the past. Now, as you guys know that my upline is Lisa Curcio, and in one of her videos not too long ago, she did that card. And so she just said like it's named a fun fold window card that bends. So, and but I know I've read in the past people calling it bendy card. So bottom line, it's a bendy card of sorts. That it has a double window. You can make a double window. So I don't know, guys. If you help me with the name, that'd be awesome. But I saw it from Lisa Curcio. Most of you know her very well, and I I figured that with this kit, I kind of like fell in love with making window cards, in spite of how complicated it is because I don't use eyes. But I think it's just gonna look super super cute. My idea is cute. So let me drink some more water because I don't know why, but I'm feeling this cough. This cup is coming. Okay. So the first thing we're going to need, and I'm sorry guys, it's getting warm in here. It's being so cold today. So cold. I think like the high was 60 or something. And it's been rainy and all what's the name of that? And all foggy. It's just like a perfect fall day, right? And so I was wearing like my like thick socks because I if my feet get cold, I'm done. And I was wearing a big jacket and everything. So, and now all of a sudden, probably because I'm in the video and just talking and moving, I'm getting a little warm. So we're going to need 4 pieces of black cardstock, and this measures 4. I don't think this is the piece. I'm sorry, guys. This is it. Yeah, this is a little smaller. um, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and you're gonna need 4 of these. I have the others already done. Hey, Linda, how are you? Oh, welcome. You're gonna have fun here, Miss Linda. Hope you're doing okay. And so again, we're gonna need 4 of these. I have the others already scored, but we're gonna score these in half, and that is 2 1/8. Okay. And I hope I did that right. Seems like I did, so it's all good. Then I'm going to check the measurements. It seemed like it was a little bit off there for whatever reason, but it is. It is in the right place. Okay, so that is the first thing that we're going to need. And I'm going to bring them right here so you guys can see. I have already 2 of them ready, scored, and then I have one last one that already has the um, panels. Kiwi, yeah, it was 60, like about, I don't know, maybe 65 was the high. It was cold. So we're gonna need 8 white layers if you are going to use layers that measure 2 by 5 3/8, and then 8 layers of DSP that measure 1/7/8 by 5 1/4. Okay, because there's a lot going on in here, guys. With the pieces, I am going to add them now instead of waiting for later. So let's see. Now, hello, Joanne. How are you? Like you might probably imagine, at this point in time, I'm starting to lack some paper. Well, I guess product from the kit because I've been using it a lot, and so I decided that I was going to mix and match these panels, and I'm going to use the old olive / mossy meadow colors for the sides. So if you have seen this card before, it's going to, yeah, whatever. I don't know why I'm trying to do this the back way. So let's go ahead and add these. I think that all in all is going to look cute. It's just a little bit different, but and again, it is what happens when you're doing this, and I decide not to add anything to my kit, right? And if you are new here and you don't know what Paper Pumpkin Kit is, it is a monthly subscription from Stampin' Up, and it does bring everything you need to work on the on the projects they created. It all comes in the kit. You don't need absolutely anything extra. Actually, all our kits are like that. Stampin' Up! Has also a good amount of kits um, that just regular kits. It's not a subscription, and they all include everything you need in the pack. So it's absolutely lovely. Okay, let me add these layers. So yeah, part of the reason, like I was saying, guys, that I was doing this, it's because that I had to mix and match. It's because I am running out of paper, and I actually. So I'm going to say this. I don't think I'm going to have a whole lot of time to do anything with the paper pumpkin kit. So let me run this by you all. Um, I was thinking that maybe we can do some alternatives from other kits, from our regular kits, not paper pumpkin kit. This coming, let's see. So let me see what I'm trying to say. So next weekend, it's already the 15th or the 14th, right? And so I'll have 2 Saturdays or 2 Fridays to actually work the kit. And I am thinking I have a lot of other kits in here, and I am going to give, instead of using that one, I am going to give away the paper pumpkin kit that I received. That's what I am thinking. Unless you guys are like set in stone that you want to see paper pumpkin kit from this month, because again, I will not be able to be here for a few, like three. It'll be 3 weekends. I will not be here. 2 weekends. I will not be here, and so what's going to happen is I'm going to just have a lot of leftover. So, guys, what you think? What you want? Is it okay if next week and the week after we change to just doing one of the kits, alternatives to one of the kits, and I'll let you guys know which one ahead of time? Let me know here in the chat, and if you're here in the replay, let me know also in the comments. Okay, so now we're adding all our pieces to these pianos, and the reason I'm adding them all to the pianos, it's because again, there's a lot of pieces, and I just don't want to have too much mayhem in here. And I keep forgetting that the glue moves, and it's just funny. Thank you, Louise. I just feel that I don't want to open the kit if I am going to not, be able to really use it, and maybe somebody else can really make a better use of the kit. So that's my thought process. I have been using, and you guys have probably been seeing me using that gorgeous, gorgeous kit, the one with the Blackberry Bliss. Oh my goodness, I love that kit. Expressions of Kindness. I'm making that up, I think, but I really love it. And so we can make something with that kit. I don't know if you guys have it. I know it's being out lately. It's my understanding. It's not being available. Okay, so the next piece we need. Let me bring all this stuff here. Sorry. The next piece we need is a piece of black, and oh, that's so kind, Carrie. Thank you, guys. You're so nice. And this is, sorry, guys, 4.5 by 5. Yep, 4.5 by 5. Don't forget that all those measurements are going to be down below for you to just go ahead and have the exact amount, the exact measurements. I don't know why sometimes I just complicate myself. I did mention I have a headache. Anyways, and in these, so in our 4.5 side, we are going to score these at 1/2 inch. Okay, so on each side. So half inch here, and then we're going to turn and we're going to do half inch again, or you're just going to move all the way to 4 and align there and score. Okay, and that's that's what we got. So half inch on each side on the 4.5 inch side. This is the layer that we're going to use for the front, and this is I forgot. I want to say it's 2 and, well, let me write it up here. Might as well, right? It says it's 3 and a 3 and an eighth by 4/7/8. 4/7/8 is the easy one, but I think it's not 3 and an eighth. What am I saying? 3 and 3/8 is what it is. So sorry, guys. Those will be all there. Actually, let me write this down so I make sure that I have the right one. Okay. And we are going to need, on top of that, another piece of the quote unquote DSP, and this one measures, just in case. This one was the other one. This one measures 3.25 by 4 3/4. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and we're going to do something very similar to what we did the other day. I am going to score this here in a little bit, guys, but not just yet. I'm going to glue these two pieces. Some reason my glue is super rebellious today. I don't know. Sometimes that happens. And it's so funny when it happens. I don't know. I know I've asked in the past, who in here has, I don't even remember how it's called. The name of that little thingy that you pull the glue. Oh my God, the one that Lisa uses. I've been thinking of getting one, so I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm getting some arthritis here, and sometimes when I'm pressing that glue, it's like, get out. And okay, we go back again. I'm going to add again some glue here, and we are going to, thank you guys, add this in here. So first of all, that way I can make sure that it is the right measurement, right? So there is an eighth of an inch all around, and then we are going to cut, and we're going to cut a piece of 2 3/4 by 4. And you know what? I'm going to cut a piece, actual piece. Let me bring some of these. Let's see if this works. The glue press. Yes, the glue press. Okay, so Louise says it's really, she loves hers. I may have to get one. I've been thinking about that. Like I said, 2 3/4. That's not going to work. Maybe this one, 2 3/4. There we go. By 4. And I have my measurements right there so I can. So I'm going to cut these at 2 3/4. And yeah, I mean at 4, sorry, and then we're going to cut on the other side at 2 3/4, and there you go. And what we're going to do, guys, we are going to make, you guessed it, another window in our thing here, but we're going to cut all through these because it's a little bit easier. I am actually going to turn this around and see if this works well in here. I think so, right? So what I did, guys, I calculated the length and the width of one of these pieces, of the decorative pieces that come in here, to make sure that we had that is going to fit well, and that's where the measurements come from. So if you want to do this exactly like this, that is the measurement. So I am centering these guys as best as I can, give or take. I always say that. And I'm going to come with my pencil. Am I going to see it? Barely, but yes, I am going to see it, because in the end, the lead, it's kind of like, how is it called? It's kind of like, you can see a little bit of it. It's kind of shiny. That's the word I was thinking of. And so you can totally see it in here, right? Let me show you. See? It looks okay. So we are going to go ahead and cut this together. We're going to line as best as we can. That's why we love our trimmer. And yes, we're going to have to push because that's the only way to cut is pushing. Now, I would say this, guys. Of course, if you have dies, just use your dies, right? I don't want to bring anything extra. I've explained that a few times. Kiwi would say, I don't want to go rogue. But it's partially because I have a few people that received the kit, but they don't necessarily have a lot of other stuff, and so I just want to be making things that they can do with their kit without thinking, oh no, Maria's going to make this and I'm just not going to be able to do it. So that's partially the reason why. So Kiwi, I see here that Sus is recommending that gold Kili ginger drink. It's really, really good. She recommended it to me when I was not feeling well with my cough, and it's really helped a lot. So I would say go ahead and do that. Okay, why am I not seeing it? There it goes. I think that one is not perfect. Okay, there we go. So yeah, Kiwi, get it. I got it from Amazon too. Just in case you didn't know. I got it from Amazon. Yeah. Okay, so it seems like we cut most of the stuff fairly okay. There's a couple of corners that we did not do very well. So I'm going to bring my snips and we're going to cut those. Oh, sis, I was meaning to tell you. So because I was doing that mini album, that thing with the paper pumpkin kit that I showed you earlier, that album, I was using I forgot the name. I was going to say my stiletto, but it's not how it's called. My thingy here. And now I am sort of understanding how it works, and it's super useful. So there's that. Don't give up on your tools, guys. They do work. They have a reasoning for why they exist. And yeah, I was super surprised how useful it was for me. Okay, so we're going to bring this one here. So I want this one. The main thing is I want these to be in here, and I did want these to be bigger than the actual width of our piece here. So there we go. So that's what we're going to be looking at. Now I am going to go ahead and score and fold our pieces and bring our bone folder and give it a good burnish. So the X-Acto knife. Thank you, Sus. Yeah. So I was using it mainly yesterday, and I was struggling, and I was like, oh my God, it does not have to be this hard. Like, come on, guys. And then I was doing it, and I finally got like the gist of it, and I was so surprised. It's not even funny. Okay, guys, so my thought process is we're going to bring this one here, right? We're going to center this in here, and then we'll bring our color here. So here's the question. The question is, do we want these in here? It's a lot of Calypso coral, or do we want the green one? And see, the more I see it, the more I like the green option. What do you guys think? And while we figure this out, let me know what you guys think. So we have, again, 4 of these, and then once we decide which one we want, we are going to work on it. Obviously, guys, don't throw these away. You can save these for later. And it seems like the glue got to some places, but not all of the places. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to play with it. Ahead of time too, guys, I had already fussy cut this from, thank you, Suze, from the envelope. And we're going to use these in the back. And we have two pieces. This piece is four by three, okay, backwards, 3 by 4, and then this one is just 1/8 smaller, so 2/7 by 3/7, and this is what's going to go in the back. Green, green, green. Okay, green it is. So I think we all agree. Hi, Arlene, how are you? Green is the way to go. I am going to use in here, guys. I'm going to use glue. Let's see how this goes. So I'm going to add glue to one side, but not to both sides. Just because I feel that it will be a little bit easier for me and not make a mess, right? So I am just eyeballing these, guys. I'm making sure it's centered on all sides. Green, green it is. Okay. So that I'm making sure that that's glue all the way. And I'm going to extend this one, and I'm going to put glue in this one here now. While I'm still holding these, making sure it's all, oh, so it's a little glue. I don't know why sometimes, guys, I don't know how I push that it just like gushes all sorts of glue. And now all my fingers are super, super sticky. And I don't like that. I feel like it's going to get everything dirty. So, okay. I should have used the turn tape. And now I'm going to fold this and just go ahead and glue it. Lisa gave a couple of really good advice in the sense of, okay, we're going to wait for this to glue, in the sense of kind of with your bone folder, go in here and kind of help the fibers loosen up a little bit. I did not do that, but I feel that it's probably a good idea to help, just to help all the cardstock and everything that we're doing here to fit as, well. Now, so if this is going to be the front, that means this is going to be the back, and it's going to look gorgeous anyways. And what we're going to do is we're going to glue these two pieces, which are now the sides, against the back of our card. So we're going to turn this back. This paper has no pattern, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to bring some glue here, and we're going to add this. You guys can tell that gush for whatever reason. And we're going to add this to one side. And all you're doing, and it's much easier if you do it folded, of course, and then you're putting it all the way against that score line, making sure it's straight, making sure, it's a line all around. Oh, it's so funny. Nancy's saying that drives her crazy too. Yeah, it's one of those things I really don't like very much. And now we're going to bring the other side. So the other piece that we had, and we are going to add it just like I said. Now we're going to put this against that side and fold, make sure that it is all aligned around, right? All the edges well aligned. And while that dries, I'm gonna try to clean my hands again. Yeah, it really, like, I feel, and the glue gets really dirty, right? And so pretty quickly you're messing up your project, or well, maybe not you. I am messing up my project. So, and then here comes the final piece, which would be this, and it's going to go against. It's going to be glued against these two panels. So I now am going to add one although we're going to glue it all together, I still want to use just one panel. And again, this does not have a direction, because I feel that it's easier if you make a mistake to kind of correct it with just half of it glued. And since you guys have seen me make so many mistakes, I think that it's worth, just working preemptively. Okay, so that's how the card is going to look. This is going to bend, right? A little bit. And then this is going to go there. Now, we need one little piece, and this is 3/4 of an inch by 2 inches. And we are going to score this tiny piece. And we're going to score it a 1/2 inch on each side. So 1/2 inch, and then we turn in 1/2 inch. And maybe because this is what Lisa did. Oh, and I cut it, guys. I'm just glad it's such a tiny piece. And I have other pieces here. So go back again, 3/4 of an inch. And we're going to cut these at 2. This can be a little bit bigger. It can be a little bit smaller, a little bit thinner if you want. I like the 3-inch, the 3/4 of an inch width for these kind of pieces. Now, let me move this here. Oh, go. Kiwi, I hope you have a good rest. Sending lots of love and good wishes. And then I'm going to turn again, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch again. Yeah, you got to rest. Oh, Louise, by the way, I know I told you, but thank you so much. Okay, and we are going to fold these. Use our foam folder to burnish that. It can be bigger. Again, this can be a little bit bigger if you want this area. So the important piece is that these two edges measure the same. So it's the same, I guess. So it's when you glue it, it's even. Otherwise, it's going to be, kind of wonky. And we're going to do what Lisa did. So we're going to bring our bone folder, and we're going to kind of just fold this a little bit, give it that of a roundish look. And we're going to go back in here, and this is going to go here. And this is, you know what? Maybe I didn't do this very well. I'm going to cut these, and I'm going to cut it for 1/8 of an inch. So let's start with that. I'm going to cut 1/8 there and 1/8 here. And I think that's going to work. Let's hope it's going to work, guys. I did not want my piece to be my piece is not very big, so I think this is going to be okay. In Lisa's case, she did it a little bit different. What you guys think? I'm thinking that's going to be too small. Try 2. Actually, try 3 in this case. So back again, 3/4 of an inch. See, how much is this? This is about 3. I'm going to go and cut at 2.5. So we're going to do it at 2.5, okay? So this piece now measures 2.5 by 7 and 2.5 by 3/4. And now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. Remember that we took an inch, 1/8 of an inch. So instead of doing it at 1/2 an inch, I am going to score at 3/8 of an inch. And we're going to turn in 3/8 of an inch. And just as I always do this, I always say this disclaimer when I'm in my paper pumpkin kit videos, and it is, guys, I don't practice this. And so what happens is that a lot of the things that I kind of the little quirks that I work while I am making several cards, then I can give you more of a straight answer or a straight recommendation on how to do things. But I did not I did not practice this card, and so this is the first time I'm doing this. And so yeah, it always happens. We always need a Yeah, this is so much better. So let me write that up, guys. So we said 2.5 by 3/4, a score at 3/8. Okay, so now we're gonna glue this, and I'm gonna use my tear and tape, guys, because it's so much easier. And where is it? Oh, sorry guys, I was looking for my take your pick. I'm actually going to add both of them at this time, but I'm just going to take the backing of one. We'll glue one and then we'll glue the other one. And so I just took off the backing of that. I am putting these in the middle, guys, so I'm making sure that this is centered right there. It looks centered to me. What you guys think? It looks pretty centered. And so this is going to, when we push it, it's going to pop up and it's going to bring our decoration in the back to pop. And now we're going to take the backing of this end. Sorry guys, can you see? Yeah, you're seeing. I don't know why that's taking forever. And almost, there we go. We're going to go ahead and we're going to hold this all the way straight, guys. It does, there you go. Because it's going to fold on its own. And that is, it's probably not perfect, but it's good enough, right? It's going to look fine. And now we're going to bring, so stamping time. Let me get my stamps out. For some odd reason, I don't have them out. I guess I was not planning on stamping anything or something. That's so weird. Okay, and so I am thinking, I like these. You are simply the best. I think we've used this like 5 times. Probably I have not used the others as much as that one. It always happens, guys. It always happens. But it says, I'm so lucky to have you in my life. You're simply the best. I want this one. And this is what we're going to put in here. We're going to put it right there on the top. Let me bring a block and put this straightish. And the, oh goodness, I keep forgetting which is the one we have. Gray granite, gray granite. I keep forgetting which is the ink that we were provided. Ooh, very important. Go ahead, Missus. So we're going to bring our little sentiment, and I'm just going to make it tilted there for a minute because it's just easier. Right there. You're simply the best. And I am going to add this. Now I have to say this, I don't want this all the way there. It seems too much. So I'm going to cut, seems like about 1/2 inch of this. Like I was saying earlier, guys, I fussy cut this from one of the, yeah, that's a good one. From one of the envelopes. Okay. Nancy's asking, what did I do to the cheat to make the stamps to stick to it? Oh, let me show you, Nancy. It's there's so this is glued here, and you can probably not glue. I actually use turn tape because I use turn tape for everything. And then this is just the regular backing that it brings. So yeah, that works well because I really like having these in the back, and then that way I know what's what in the front. Okay, so I am going to align this corner to our little piece in here, and that way we have the decoration and you have that there. If you want, you can take more off to write the message. I am not really going to take more off. I like these I guess I like how big the decoration is, because then it really kind of creates that pop-up. And this is going to go all the way, a line all the way to the edge. No, we're not leaving an eighth or anything. No space there. And we're going to bring this back in here and add to our black piece or a black layer. Okay. Let me take off some extra of it. And then this little piece is going to go here. And I'm just going to go ahead and stretch these and put some glue, and I'm gluing as best as I can and distributing that. And then I'm centering these before I push down. And it's so hard sometimes to see this, but I think that's good enough. Needs a little bit there. What you guys think? Yeah. So I'm gonna hold these for 1 minute, so it stays all glued. Oh, you're very welcome. It's a yeah. I use tear and tape for everything, guys. I can tell you. And I'm gonna hold it a little bit longer while we do that. So we still need to figure out what to do with the sides, right? And so my thought is, because we have these two left over, the centers of these flowers are pretty much the same there. So I think it really matches well. And of course, this is the same one. So I am actually going to use if I have another white, I'm going to use another white. Initially I had thought, so let me go back in here. I think we can move this. I'm going to let it glue for a minute more. Initially I had thought I wanted to put these pieces in here. And so like kind of creating that sense like that, like you have the flowers and the flowers on the other side. That was what I thought initially, but then I thought that it was a good idea, now this can open, to just cut some of the flowers and put them there. And so you can do either way. So let me know. Let me put this one. That one is not as cute as this one. But see, like if you put this one, it looks really beautiful as well. So you can do either of either putting half of it or bringing the flowers on their own, whatever you prefer. Bringing this one here is not going to be very noticeable, so I'm not going to use this one. If I'm thinking of using the white flowers because they really pop up differently, but this will look very, very nice. And this is just part of the card base, right? And so what I did is I just cut it in half, and that way you kind of have like the vision of the flower. But this does not open completely because this is going to go like that. And so my thought process is not going to be seen a whole lot. So what do you guys think? What do you guys prefer? Okay, I think two things I'm going to say right now. These peas needed to be a little bit smaller. Maybe instead of 3, could have been 2.5. You see how hard it is for it to bend? So just keep that in mind, that you may want to do it a little smaller so it bends better. In the meantime, I'm going to cut these anyways. And okay, so let's see. I'm going to bring this, I'm going to cut these to keep these two together. And I'm trying to define this, guys. I think that. And we're going to cut these in here. So we're going to have these first. We're going to cut these two first. Oh, oh my God, Nancy, that's so kind. Thank you. Thank you so much. You know what? I think that it just has to do sometimes with what works for you. So I don't know if you guys remember when a while back they were doing, they were printing the plastic. I don't know if you guys remember that. And
I really didn't love it because I couldn't really see well what was what. So when they made the change to have the little white paper on it, I was very, very excited about that, guys, because now I can see very well what's what. Um, okay, Louise says she likes the paper instead of the cutouts. Okay, and I think I agree with you. But since I'm cutting it, might as well cut it, and then we'll be able to really, really see how they look, right? Okay, and we're kind of making this up because I can't really see what's what in here. It's super hard to see. It's not like a definitive area for the petal. So I'm just gonna cut that. See, I don't like seeing my fingers all dirty like that. Okay, and there we go. And then we'll just have a little this extra petal, and we'll decide what we want to do once this is done. I like to see things in okay, so the time it is, you can put your petal, we need to work on that like that, or we can put the panel like that. I think I like the panel better too. I have to say two things. This panel is actually cut not an eighth, but a fourth of an inch smaller than the other piece because I just figured that I like to see that contrast between the Calypso Coral DSP and the panel itself. And like I said, this one is less decorated if you want, right? But you're barely going to see this. You see, like it looks nice that way. And so I have one. Okay, let me bring this out. Move that out of the way. I have one, the last one, guys. The last one. Can you believe it? I am happy. I have told you guys I try very hard to use everything while we're doing these videos because otherwise I will put them away and then I don't know if I'm going to use them really. So we need these pieces to measure. We said 1 and instead of 1/7/8, they measure 1 3/4. But what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to measure this here. You guys see this? I'm cutting here in the middle, and then we're going to go back here and cut these at 1 3/4 on the other side. And that way we have much centered the flower. And then I'm going to align these again. We cut a quarter from there. So instead of 5 1/4, this is going to be 5 1/8. And I'm going to cut that one there. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So 1 3/4. And yeah, right side, 5 1/8. Okay, and you know what? I think it was even smaller. Let me make sure. Yeah, so I'm gonna cut a tiny bit extra. So I guess this was 1 5/8. So I'm going to cut these. So I'm just taking an eighth on each side, and then this was 5. So they measured the exact same thing, and I'll again have those measurements perfectly in the description below. So this is 5 and 5, and then we said 1 5/8. There it is. Okay, perfect. So panels it is. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. All these little pieces. We come back in here. right? And we see what I'm saying, like it needs to be smaller, guys. So I'm going to in the description below, guys, I'm going to include the measurement I'm using, but my recommendation would be instead of 3.5 inch, so I mean instead of 3, 2.5 inches. I think that will give a whole lot more of movement to the card. So I will have that for you in there, so you can choose whatever you want. But I just feel that it's not going to it does not allow the movement I would like. And here, so a couple of things. I'm aligning these as best as I can. A couple of things I would say, and it is, of course, in here you can put something less big or smaller, not this big, something smaller. So you can write in here, you can create a panel in here that is white, so you can write in one of the sides as well. It does not really matter. But the beauty of this is that it does fall flat, and it will fit in a regular envelope. And now I'm going to bring our little piece. And for this one, I'm actually going to use um, my thin, and I'm going to put some glue on the top and just a tiny bit on the sides. And I'm going to put some glue on this leaf and in there. So my goal, guys, is to at least get both the top, this is the bottom and the top parts of the frame in the window we created. So I need to move that a tiny bit there. There we go. So they're both there, and I'm trying to center this as best as I can, and there it goes. And so it really looks nice. I'm going to, since this is glue, guys, I'm making sure this did move, making sure it's all as center as possible within each other. And I'm gonna let that dry. In the meantime, I'm gonna bring this tiny hello. Um, where is, so we have these pieces, and I can't find my other pieces. Oh, here they are. And we just thinking, guys, I'm always thinking these things through when I am designing like this. So I don't think there's anything in here for our hello. It's just too tiny. And I am wondering if what I want is let's celebrate you. I would like, to be fully honest, if you have at home, I would like a bigger hello or a bigger piece in here. So for example, it could be, remember those dies that we've used so many times, the ones that says celebrate? They'll be great in here, that big celebrate. I'm going to use that let's celebrate you. And here is, maybe I'll find it. I think it's this one. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. And just like we've been doing, guys, I'm gonna bring my Misty, and yes, I still have it, and it's been working so well. And oh my gosh, I gotta tell you this because you all are going to have this laugh. So the other day I was organizing my craft room, and you know what I found? I found that I actually have the glue things, the sticky mats, and I didn't know. I did not even remember that I had this. So guys, I have them. I think this is one of them. I have a few of them, and yeah, see? There it goes. There's a sticky mat. I actually had it. But so far so good. So I'm just gonna say again, if you don't have a sticky mat, you can use your double-sided tape in order to attach stuff in here. that will glue just like the sticky mat. So it works really well, guys. Let me move this up so you guys can see what I'm doing. Oh, I'm up. You just can't see because it's white, so there it is. Can you see it? Mostly. Anyways, I'm aligning these bees in there as best as I can again, making sure it's centered. And I think that's good enough. I have to say this, guys, I am just not very good in stamping properly. And so this works, I mean, the Misty works like a charm for me. You probably, most people don't need this, right? Oops, sorry, guys. I am just not really good at it. So, but see how good it works? It works like a charm. And now we just bring it out a little piece. I bring back my backing of my masking tape, mask paper, and I just keep it down here. So there's your tip. I've been using that since I thought about it, and it's always amazing. Luis is saying it's always, oh my gosh, yes, it's always so much fun to find stuff that you don't have. It is so true. So I don't have any more greens. I would have wanted a green one, but I don't have one, so that's fine. You know what? I probably have green pieces in here that I can use. Right? Why am I gonna waste that? And these are like what, half an inch or so? So let's go ahead and cut. I'm gonna cut 3/4 of an inch, and then I would say this is a little rowdy there, so we're gonna cut that in, and I would say let's try 3 inches and see how that looks. And this is paper. I think this is going to be super big. Yeah, so 2.5. Let's move in here and see, like, I like how it kind of creates that contrast, and so it looks, yeah, I really like how that looks. Okay, so we are going to bring some glue, and I'm going to put the glue right in here in one edge, making sure it's attached to the edge, and I just need to figure out where this needs to go. And so I'm actually going to put the glue on this side because it's just easier, right? And I'm just going to glue this, and this is going to go in the middle. And I'm going to hold this for 1 second so it's all glued together. And we have these beautiful sequins. And I made a mistake here. It's not a mistake, but let me see if I can remove this. Okay, there it goes. It went away without a fight. But I'm going to put one in here, one in one corner. And let's see, I'm going to bring another one right there. And I'm going to put a few of these, guys, because I have, again, I am thinking that by next week I'm going to have the other paper pumpkin kit, and either I use it or I don't, but I will not be using these as much later. So I'm going to bring another one there to one corner, and I'm going to stick to the frame, and then maybe one in here. So we have 5. You can barely see them, huh? If you have, so I'm going to bring these out just because they would look really cute in here. If you participated in the celebration, guys, you remember that we have these And these would look amazing. Maybe even the browns would look amazing. This would be too much. Like if you use the calypso coral, it will be too much calypso coral again and again. But at least you can use like I will add the browns. Um, these are technically speaking pool party. Yeah, these are old. These are retired. But guys, because if you put it here against the green, like it gets that color of the green, and I just really really like how it would look. So anyways, there's always a lot of options. Oh my gosh. And Luis is saying there's no mistakes, just opportunities to embellish. I love that. Love that. There's plenty other options that you can use there instead of the ones that they bring if you want to. I like them, but you see what I'm saying? You can barely see them, right? Am I the one that's not seeing it just because I don't have good eyesight? And I'm going to bring some in here. It's so funny because they look, you can see them a whole lot better in the white. Nah, I don't like when they are like that. Ugh, lame. I got it, guys. Let me bring one of our glue dots. And of course, it went all crazy. Let's see, where do I want this? I'm gonna bring this one up here. And let's bring this friend. If it wants to come, it does. It gave in. Okay, there we go. So we have some in the back, some in the front. There's 5 of them in the front. You can totally use, put more if you wanted. I really, really like this kit. I know that everybody's loved it. It was really, it was a hit. The one that's coming, I like it too. I really like the colors of it, so I think it will be easy to work with. But finally, the one for September, oh, I'm in love with it. I'm so in love with it. I'll show it to you when it's available. It's so cute. And it's just cute, right? Because it has some like kind of foresty animals. Oh, so beautiful. But you guys know I like cutie thingies, so I can't help it. Okay, guys, so this is our card for today. The Tower Bendy card. Remember, I will put the right measurements in it, but I will suggest this one is smaller. So you see, like it opens well on this side and it looks really cool like that. But this one should be a little smaller. I think definitely 2.5 instead of, or maybe 2 3/4. If we take just, it could be 2 3/4 would be a better idea. And then you have some decoration on the sides as well. And it looks really, really cute. Thank you, Arlene. I appreciate that. Okay, we made it. Please let me know in the comments if you like it. And let me glue my things back. But this is it, guys. We made it. We made it. Oh, I was going to say in under an hour. I don't know what world do I live. In the same amount of time. We didn't do anything. I mean, God forbid I were in the Olympics, guys. It would be the last of the last. Because all the time I'm like, oh, instead of like making shorter videos, they're getting longer and longer, guys. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Carrie. It's a really cool looking card. I think, you know what? Thank you, Adrian and Nancy and Elizabeth. I think that this is a card that's super simple to make, and that had. Can you imagine? You know what I would love to do? Something similar with this, but with one of the airplanes in here. It will be looking like it's flying. I love that idea. That would be super cool. So that's options for you if you have the in the sky. I forget the name of the suite, but that's a good, really, really good option. Another thing that will look really cool is if you're using the Christmas card. Thank you guys. Um, Maybe the deer in here, like creating like a little scene. Oh my god, that sounds so cool. I may do that just because that sounds really nice. But right, like it looks cool. So if you were not here at the very beginning by any chance and you want, let me bring this real quick, maybe. So um, I created these just for my album because I'm going to give them for Christmas as gifts. So they are two different pieces. They're separated because Maria always thinks of mistakes because I always write and make mistakes. But they fit a 6x8 little folder. And so if you want these, you can just send me an email and I'll send it to you. Adventure Skies, that's the one. Thank you, Nancy. So just send me an email and say, hey, I would like the recipe card, and I can send it to you guys. I was thinking of Elizabeth is going to kill me. I was thinking of actually kind of making another album, another little workshop about it, but I just decided not to. So if you want this, just send me an email and I will send it to you. And again, if you didn't see that, I am going to be using these as so the albums. These are the Stampin'Up albums to store my paper pumpkin kits, and I am so in love with that idea, which is not mine, Nancy, not my idea. It was somebody else's, and I think it was in Facebook, but I did not even check. But this is a great idea to just have whatever you have left over in one place, and I love it. Obviously, at some point you probably end up with a few albums, but I like it better than having the boxes. So what I have been doing, because of course this is me, I've been um, keeping the beautiful boxes because I can't help it, right? They're so cute. And I was using those to store everything, but they're still boxes. And that looks much more organized. So, hi, Elizabeth. So, let me see. Nothing. I don't have anything. If you subscribe for the travelers mini album, I sent an email with some corrections. I know that sometimes the email goes into the spam, so be check it out. Um, because I made a couple of there was a correction in one of the measurements. Actually, I just did not write it down. Probably I was going super quick, but I did include the paper I will be using, like which papers and how many papers, in case you want to do it just exactly like that. um so I just want to bring that out to you guys, that um that I send it out in case it went into the spam folder. And let me come back up here, maybe there we go. um Guys, same as always, it was so great to see you, Nancy. I am glad. Are you okay? Send me an email. How are you doing? Um, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. It was a really simple card, but I really like it. It's much easier to do if you use your dies, of course. So just think about that. Sorry, guys, that it's easier if you use your dies. But same as always, guys, I am so thankful that you are here. I am so thankful to have you as my friends and to share with you twice a week. and just to talk with you and hear news and all that good stuff. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps us immensely here in YouTube. And subscribe if you have not. And if you could share the video in your social media, that helps me immensely. Yeah, I hope that again you have a wonderful rest of your evening, a wonderful weekend, and I'll be seeing you all on Tuesday. I am trying to record a couple of videos for the time I'm gone. We'll see if I have enough time, guys. But if I do, then we'll have a couple of videos and I will make them premieres so I can be here while the video takes place. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Um, and have a tons, just a really blessed weekend. And thank you and bye.